What's up, guys? It's TheWokeIndigo 11 here, coming at you today with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about probably the most controversial person on the entire planet. That's right, everyone's favorite, Donald Trump. So let's get into it. Well, first of all, this theory is going to sound completely crazy to you if you haven't heard anything about it. So let me just say, I thought it was crazy when I heard it, and I was like, no, there's no way. But there's actually a lot of evidence to back it up, and a lot of things that just don't seem like they could be coincidences. So, to start off, Nikola Tesla. If you know about Nikola Tesla, props to you, good for you. But if you don't, Nikola Tesla was the most underrated, undervalued, but most important, genius, brilliant scientist of our entire generation, or not our generation, our entire history. He invented so many different things that we still use today, such as alternating current and lots of other things, the foundations for other technologies such as computers. Now, he was also in an FBI document declassified to be an alien from Venus, which that's another video, you guys. But let's just say he was a very, very important person, and he did things that we still can't figure out how he did today. So, what does Nikola Tesla have to do with Donald Trump? Well, when Nikola Tesla died, the government raided his house and took all of his blueprints, raided his office, took all of his inventions and everything away because they wanted to see if it could be useful to the government, any of his hidden secret tech. So they needed a very brilliant scientist to look over all the things and be able to actually understand it and see if it would work or not. So this is where we get to Donald Trump. Who was the one person in charge of going over all of Nikola Tesla's documents? Well, John G. Trump. Dun 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 dun. That's right. Donald Trump's uncle. Okay, so let's continue. What happens when Donald Trump's uncle gets to all of Nikola Tesla's blueprints? Well, he finds a blueprint for a time machine and he builds it. And there's actually a book called 1900, The Last President. And it was written in like 1893 or something like that. And it talks about Donald Trump being the last president of the United States. Written over 100 years ago. And more than that, Rick and Morty, all right, everyone's favorite show, and Back to the Future, it always shows an old man and a young boy. And the reason why is because that represents Donald Trump's uncle is the old man and Donald Trump is the little boy. So Donald Trump is basically one of the most important people in our time right now, because what he's doing is he's taking down the corruption from within the government. And he's doing things very carefully, very calculated. And if you haven't heard of QAnon, there's basically this whole thing where people are leaking information and trying to take down the government from the inside out, and Donald Trump's a part of it. And he literally put like a Q in one of his presidential videos, and in a lot of his videos on like Twitter and stuff, there's literally secret hidden messages. You guys, Donald Trump is not the person you thought he was. Whether you thought he was a good president or you hate him and think he's racist or sexist or whatever, he's not what you've been told he is. And there's a reason that the media hates him. I'll link in my description below why you can't trust the media, but in that video, I explained that the elites control the media. And so, why do you think everybody in the media and all the celebrities hate Donald Trump? It's because he's a renegade. They can't control him. They can't tell him what to do. And he's been calculating things. He's been playing 4D chess. And he's been calculating his every move and helping to expose the truth about our government. So, very, very soon, some big things are going to happen, you guys. Donald Trump is a time traveler. There's a reason that The Simpsons always predict everything right, and they predicted Donald Trump being president and all this stuff. It's not a coincidence. It sounds like a coincidence, and you've probably thought before, how do The Simpsons predict that? Well, what's the obvious answer, you guys? They're not predicting it. They're being told. And someone that wrote a book over 100 years ago about Donald Trump being the last president, like, is that a coincidence? I don't think so. You guys, Nikola Tesla was the most brilliant man to ever probably live on our earth. And he could do things that we still can't do today. He could create inventions in his mind, and if they would work in his mind, they would work in real life. And if they wouldn't work in his mind, they wouldn't work in real life. He was a special person, and he built the blueprints for a time machine, which Donald Trump's uncle found, thus changing the course of history forever and leading us to our present day. You ever wondered why everyone hates Donald Trump? It's not as simple as, oh, he's a Republican, or oh, he's racist, or blah, 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 whatever. There's an agenda behind it. They can't control him, and they know that. This is the Woke Indigo 11. This is the theory about Donald Trump that you probably didn't expect, but are now mind blown about. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, love, and namaste.